Hi, welcome to Galactic Command Tarot. If you're watching this, this is a psychic beacon, so you are a member of Galactic Command, whether you believe it or not. Now, I've set this up to attract members of Galactic Command, so you are drawn to this. Now, you are in one of two states or conditions, and that is active or inactive. Now, inactive means anything I say or draw from this ancient Galactic Command Tarot deck, it will not apply to you if you're inactive. Active means everything I say will apply to you. Okay, to go from inactive to active, all you have to do is say, of my own free will, I volunteer for service with Galactic Command, and that is it. Lots of people want to know how to become members of Galactic Command, and that basically is it. You become what's known as the ground crew, okay, which is that part of Galactic Command that is basically in human form, and you are basically on the Twinflame Journey, which is considered the most difficult mission that is done by Galactic Command. Now, there are many missions that go on that are performed by Galactic Command every day, but this is considered the most difficult, and you are a member of thousands of people, might as well call them that, people who were chosen and selected as participants. You're very brave, first of all. You're very intelligent. You've been trained. You know all this was going to happen. You knew going into this that your memories would be erased somewhat. They'll come back eventually. You can call me the commander. I am a member of Galactic Command on the same mission as you. We were all supposed to meet when the world manifested itself into the fifth dimension, which happened quite a while back, and I was expecting to see lots and lots of people and friends, and it turns out I was the only one who made it, and it was very difficult. Archangel Michael was on the same mission, and he actually had to manifest himself from basically being born without any idea he was Archangel Michael, raising his vibrational frequency to the point where he was able to talk with Galactic Command, and then coming to terms with knowing he was Archangel Michael and that he still had a long way to go. And so he kept raising his vibrational frequency and raising it, and it was very difficult until he got to the point where he entered the angelic realm, and that's where his twin flame was. And so once he held his twin flame, it was his it was his idea to manifest the ancient Galactic Command Tarot deck, and it's designed to help you, all of you, get to the point where you can reach the fifth dimensional world. So I was sent out, and I manifested this deck as instructions were given to me, and I am also a Freemason. So, and if a lot of you don't know this, Archangel Michael is a Freemason. Now, this deck was manifested by Archangel Michael in the presence of the Almighty God. So it speaks the truth. As the cards come out, it's actually talking. So this is to help you in your life, because the Twinflame Journey isn't just about love, it's about you and your life and what's going on to help you move forward. Okay, so with all that being said, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to shuffle. This is just a regular 5-card spread for today. It usually applies within the next 7 to 10 days. But at the moment you're seeing this, it actually applies to this moment, okay? And this could be today, this could be a reading a million years from now, and it will still apply, okay? And we gotta cut the deck. And we are ready. Let's get started. The Knight of Wands. This is great. This is wands are action, and this is you. This is you. You're ready for this action. You've been ready for this for a while now. And this is you, just like the knights of old. You are getting ready to go on a quest. A quest that a lot of people won't understand. You know, a lot of, these quests, when knights went on them, they were dealt several obstacles. And some of these obstacles weren't dangerous. They were designed to delay, to distract, to take you away from your primary goal. So that's what this is all about. It's being a knight and keeping moving forward. You have to have that peace, harmony, and balance. Balance is something that you have to learn. And what you do is you weigh the situation, and then you think about what you're doing, where you have to go, and then at the current situation, how is this helping you, or how is it hindering you? Now it could be as simple as delaying you for a couple of days, or distracting you, taking you out of your thought process. And then you're waking up and saying, hey, I'm supposed to be doing something else. And then coming back to the realization that it was a delay. It doesn't have to be dangerous. It just can be little things that draw you away from where you're going. So you have to remember that you are on a mission, that you have the training, that you have the knowledge deep inside you, that you can do this. Look at this. He has literally his wings, which are sort of a jetpack. He's fully armed. Has his shoulder gun. He has his battle scepter, or battle wand, if you want to call it. That is actually also like a survival gear. It helps you with a lot of things. It literally, if you had a survival knife, this is a survival wand, and you can use it for self-defense as well. So you are on action, and this is what you got to do: is you got to stay focused and move forward, and divide a plan for yourself. Design something. Even if it's just for the next 2 or 3 days, say, okay, this is what I got to accomplish. If I got to put gas in my car, I got to put gas in my car. That's something you got to think about. If I'm normally put $5 in it, I'm going to put 20 in. So these are things that help you. And like I said, a knight can sometimes be distracted, but it doesn't have to be the dangers that everybody says, fighting dragons or anything like that. It can be, a knight can be on a road and his horse throws a shoe. That type of thing. He has to go to the blacksmith, and he has to spend a couple days waiting for his horse to be fixed. So that's what that means. So keep positive. You have the ability in you. You know what to expect. And so just relax. Just relax. Queen of Cups. This is love. Sorry, excuse me. And yeah, this is love. This is divine feminine energy. Now you are attracting divine feminine energy. Just so you know, that whatever you are doing, it is drawing someone towards you, someone with divine feminine energy. And it could be male, it could be female, but it's working. So heal yourself, be patient. One of the things you should do is not get upset. Try to maintain that balance. Try to be friendly to all around you. Don't judge. Don't judge anybody. And don't let yourself be judged. You know, it's said in the Bible, do not judge lest you be judged, which is great information, because in the I guess if you want to say in the divine order of things, if you don't judge someone throughout your whole life, or do your best not to, because let's face it, there are moments when you might say it and then you say, I didn't mean to do that, and it's okay. Truth is admitting that you may be wrong about something, and admitting you were wrong. You know, Archangel Michael does that. When he makes a mistake, he says, you know what, that was my mistake. Don't take the credit or the guilt from me. Let me know that it happened, that I was the one who did it wrong. You know, and that helps you grow, and that helped him grow. That helped him manifest himself into the angelic realm. He took responsibility. So what you are doing is, you need to be friendly. You need to treat others fairly, honestly, in a balanced way, and try to keep a feminine energy in yourself. And what this does is this creates a magnetic attraction to a greater feminine energy. And as you get closer to your twin flame, you will both balance out. You will both balance out until you both possess masculine and feminine energy in the same equal portion, and that is when you will know that that is your twin flame. So you are drawing feminine energy towards you. This is good. This is really good. Next card, the Page of Swords. This is kind of what's called the James Bond card. What we have here is we have a very skilled cadet who has learned how to master their sword. Now, swords are thoughts. So this is what this means. This is you mastering your thoughts. So it's a confirmation with your Knight card here of being balanced. Now what you do is you learn to control your thoughts. You know, just like this young cadet here who learned to master the sword. You know, there's one thing that Bruce Lee, you know, the guy who is legendary for his martial art talents, and he said, before you learn anything, and I'm paraphrasing, before you learn anything, you have got to have the crap beat out of you at least 1,000 times. You know, that's before you start learning. And he did. I mean, he made no bones about it that he would learn one martial arts, and he'd think he was, you know, untouchable. And then somebody would beat him, and he'd say, what did you learn? Tell me what it is, teach me. And then he would learn that one, and he'd find out what it was that was lacking in his old form and what was greater about this form that he got beaten. So this is all about thoughts, about learning what's happening with your own thoughts and about your life, and moving forward with that knowledge. That's why she's like the James Bond card, because James Bond learns, you know, this is the secret service type of card, you know, the spy card, and you just think ahead, know what you know, believe what you know what your skills are, and move forward. And as I said before, you are attracting divine feminine energy by using your thoughts. The swords with your thoughts. So this is good. As I said before, as of this moment, you are attracting divine feminine energy, and since it's the Queen of Cups, it's a lot. This is special. Whatever this is very special. The Hermit. There you go. There's your confirmation right there. You've been spending a lot of time thinking about this, and this means you should spend a little bit more time thinking about it. Hone your skills. Hone it. Learn to think. Learn to broadcast your thoughts. Me, when I was learning how to manifest myself into the fifth dimensional world, I remember I was so excited one time that I would walk around out in public and I would see a beam of light coming out of my head. I would imagine it because I hadn't gotten that high advanced yet, but I would imagine it, and I would imagine saying, love and peace be with you, and I would project this beam of light to the person that was standing in front of me at the supermarket checkout counter, or I'd be walking around looking at the chicken or the steaks, or going through the milk aisle, and there'd be people, and I'd say love and light, but I'd say it softly, and I'd like beam a light to them, and that is things that you can do. That is the little things that you learn. You learn to spread light, and you touch things. You put your hand on something, you see little bits of light going out of you into something else, knowing that that light will stay there until somebody else touches it. I used to go along and touch, like I'd look at the turkeys, or I'd look at a piece of ham, all wrapped up, and I'd pick it up and I'd look at it, and I'd look at the price, how much it weighed, what was wrong, what I thought was wrong with it, if I was going to pick that one or a different one. And then I would feel the light come out of my hands and glow on it, and then I would put it back down. And I knew if anybody touched that little bit of light would pass to them, and they'd feel better. They'd feel that somebody out there was at least loving them, was sending thoughts of love to them, and they could pass it on to whoever else until finally it stopped being spread. Who knows how far that was? It could be 100 people. But this is you learning how to do this. Spend some time alone, not completely alone, but like days for days and days. But spend some time at night or whatever, not 10 minutes, I'd say an hour, at least an hour, thinking about yourself, thinking about what you want to do, and just thinking about it. Turn off the TV, turn off the radio, and just sit by yourself, no phone, no nothing. Think, and just think. And one of the things I realized was that the more powerful I got, and the more I thought, the more energy that seemed to burn off of me, and I would find myself getting tired, almost to the point where I was sleeping. So I'd have to get up and get a little bit of exercise and heal myself a little bit, and then I'd sit back down and I'd do this. But this is normal. This shows that your brain is taking in all the knowledge you were doing because it's not used to it, and working with it. So this is you. Focus. Be that hermit. The hermit in the old deck is someone who went up onto the mountain to be alone, and he would think about life, and he would ask the Almighty God, say, help me understand. And so he would sit there and he'd play out all these scenes that was going on in his head until he cried, he laughed, he felt angry, but it all made sense until finally at the end when he was done, he said, that is why it happened. That is why it happened. I know all the ins and out of why something happened. And then he would share this knowledge. He'd come back down and say, this is why this happened. This is why this happened. You know, you guys have not thought about it thoroughly, or you've given a second glance at it, but I have thought about it, and this is why it's happening. So this is you, and you are thinking right now, and as the Knight of Wands, who is action, you're thinking about sending love and light out, and that is what's drawing that divine feminine energy to you, because you're sending love and light out, and love and light is coming back. And the Knight of Pentacles. This is like one of my favorite, and it's the funniest. If you know it, the Knight of the Pentacles is supposed to be the slowest, most careful knight there is. Now, in this picture here, the knight, he's on a mission, and there is a shortcut to where he's going, but it says authorized personnel only, or authorized vehicles only on it, and he's not taking it. He's sitting there thinking about, should I take it? Maybe, all I have to do is walk through the grass, take his bike and walk through the grass. This is just one of those things. You're being careful. I know you want to rush forward, but at the same time you want to be careful. So this is you at the same time, trying to be the knight and trying to be careful at the same time, there's nothing wrong with that. If you feel comfortable doing that, then go ahead. That's what the Knight of Pentacles is about. Slow, steady, making sure. If you want to make sure, feel free to make sure. And then that's what also the Hermit is for. Think about things, but don't be afraid. If you want to be a little bit careful, that's the best word to describe it. Careful, that's fine. Don't be afraid. Be careful. This is a great card. And the bottom of the deck, Two of Wands. Very simple. Crossroads. This is action, and you have some thoughts here about what you need to do. There's a lot of thinking going on here, and a lot of things you want to try. Now, the Wands is action, so you're going to have to come to a decision. And when you come to the decision, do not regret that decision. Do not regret it. Even if you think, crap, I should have done the other thing, don't think that. Say, okay, I picked this. There's a reason I picked it. There's a reason it's going this way. And say that in a good way too. I picked this card. I'm glad I picked this card. It's going this way because it's supposed to go this way. It doesn't have to be a bad decision you're thinking about. It could be a great decision you're thinking about. Great things can happen. Great things. Look, this card has a tree, and it has a tree that has fruit on it. So they're both good. Both full of prosperity. I mean, we can't have apple trees outside our door all the time. But we can still have an apple tree, and we can still have an orchard. A wonderful orchard with squirrels and birds and butterflies and stuff like that with rainbows above. So all this points down to this divine feminine energy that you are attracting. Now you could be male, you could be female, it doesn't matter. Divine feminine energy does not have to be in a female, it can be in a male. Male can be just as loving as anybody else. So that is your reading, and it's pretty straightforward. The central character is you, the knight. So think of yourself like that, with all these things, the secret agent, the hermit, the Knight of Pentacles, and that divine feminine energy. A huge, big thing of divine feminine energy approaching you. Okay? So as the angels say, good luck, and I will talk to you later.